Hey guys, what's going on? SpitBrix here, back for another LEGO Nexo Knights video, and in this video I will be counting down the top 10 LEGO Nexo Knights 2017 minifigures. Be sure to stick around for this whole entire video so you guys can see the best LEGO Ninjago minifigure at number 1. Now before I start this list, I do want to say that this video is sponsored by HAVIT. HAVIT is a super awesome computer accessory brand that has some really cool gaming accessories, and they were cool enough to send me one of their RGB backlit mechanical keyboards. This one in particular that I have here is the HVKB378L. You also find a link down in the description. This keyboard features a number pad on the side as well as 10 different backlight modes, as well as getting LEDs underneath the keycap. We also get some blue LEDs up on the very top of the keyboard. This keyboard is built very sturdily, definitely not made cheap. You're definitely getting your money's worth whenever you're buying this keyboard. Now, this keyboard has blue switches, so you're getting that clicky feel that most gamers like. Very loud keyboard, so if you don't like loud keyboards, this is definitely not the keyboard for you. This keyboard features more than enough LED colors underneath the caps that you can change with just the click of 2 buttons. Now remember, this keyboard is packed with 10 different backlight modes. There is single color mode as well as single color breathing mode. You have pro gamer mode that basically just lights the keys that you need for a certain game. Now there's also 7 color breathing mode, so it goes through the cycle of all 7 colors which are included. There is click key lighting mode, which basically just lights up the key that you click on. And keep in mind that all these different modes you can change to any of the 7 main color effects also if you don't want the rainbow. Speaking of rainbow, next up is the flow mode, which is one of my favorites. I think it looks really cool. Definitely enhances any gaming setup, and of course this can be changed to any color that you want to be flowing. The next mode is like a running back and forth mode, which I was very surprised to see whenever I was testing out the modes for myself. This one's pretty interesting, a little bit weird, but you can change it so you can go fast. Or, of course, you can make it slower also if you like the colors going slower. The next mode is what I like to call the touch ripple mode, which basically a ripple of light comes out from whatever key you press on the keyboard. I admire HAVIT for putting this one in. This one probably took the longest time to create for this keyboard, and I do appreciate that. The next mode is quite similar, except for the fact that instead of a ripple coming out of the key, it's just the keys that are around the key that you press light up. So this one's pretty interesting as well. One of my least favorites, but then again, it's better than not having it. Last but certainly not least, this is probably one of the coolest ones. This is the rainbow wave, I like to call it, or the multicolor flowing mode as HAVIT puts it. Alright, so you probably want to know how the blue switches sound, so here comes a typing test for you guys. Overall, I think that this HAVIT mechanical keyboard is definitely a bang for your buck. It may be on the high side for some of you guys who maybe want a budget keyboard, but other than that, I think that's definitely worth the money. I love the customization with the keys. Now, it might not have as much customization as some, but I do think that you don't really need any more customization than what this gives to you. And overall, a pretty cool looking product. I love the way that it's built. HAVIT did a great job designing this. I love that it's not just all plastic. That's a great sign. It's not just going to fall apart on you or slowly degrade over time. And I really like it with my HAVIT wireless mouse. It looks really cool and matches. Obviously, they're both the same brand. Highly recommend you guys go ahead and check out that wireless mouse also. One of my favorite pieces of technology that I use around the house. Thank you, HAVIT, for sponsoring this video. All the links are down in the description if you guys want to check out any of these products. And now let's go ahead and get into the LEGO Nexo Knights minifigure list. Alright guys, so today I'm back with another top 10, this time for LEGO Nexo Knights, counting down the top 10 minifigures for 2017 from the Nexo Knight line. Now before I jump into the list, I do want to say that both the helper bots as well as any monsters from this line are not going to be included. I don't really consider these guys to be complete minifigures, just characters that are in the sets. And now that I got that out of the way, let's go ahead and start this list. Number 10. Coming in at number 10, this is Roog, one of the rock monsters for the 2017 LEGO Nexo Knights line. I love the color combinations on these rock monsters. He's got two glowing yellow eyes up on his amazingly printed head there that you can see. There's a lot of detail on this guy and a lot of new pieces that we've really not gotten before, except for those little big like gorilla hands that we got in Legends of Chima. That's where we first saw those. But we get those in a nice purple color here, as well as cool molded headgear on him and some really awesome printing. I love the claws of rock that they printed down on the very bottom of his legs, and I really like all the effort that LEGO put into this Roog minifigure. I really like how this guy turned out, especially with the little lightning bolts coming down his little rock formation, kind of like a beard sort of thing, which I think is really cool. Number 9. Coming in at number 9, I chose Lance, a 2017 version. You can get this one in Jestro's headquarters set, and I think Lance looks much better in this form than he did last year. That's just my opinion though. You can see his family's emblem of the horse there, and I really like that new armor that he has, those little shoulder pads. I really like how that's molded. Look, he's got the transparent visor as well as his nicely printed face with a winking eye. And then of course he has printing on his torso and legs, which I like the accents of the orange and yellow in there. Looks really cool and overall adds to this amazing figure. Number 8. Now coming in at number 8 is maybe a minifigure that not many people would consider putting on their list. I put Ava at number 8 from Jestro's headquarters. Now we did get a minifigure of her last year, but I did want to include her on this list because I think she plays a very large role in the show, as well as obviously in the sets. Now in Jestro's headquarters she's actually being held captive, and so I do like that playability feature, I guess you could say, with that set. And overall, the actual minifigure of Ava I think is very sweet. She's a small girl with short legs, but I really like the color on her. It's like a sort of like a lavender color, which got a lot of gadgets up on her torso. And of course that sweet little face and some nice brown hair mold, which is always nice to get a female figure in these LEGO sets. Number 7. Coming in at number 7, this is the brother of Roog, which came in at number 10. Reeks, right here at number 7, beats his brother out, in my opinion, just mostly because, well, this guy's a little bit different than what we've really seen. He's got pretty much the exact same printing on his new headgear and shoulder pads there, just a few little small details that you can see, and then his torso is pretty much the same also, but Reeks here, he's got a different head print. I love the eye patch that goes over his eyes and makes his other eye that glows sort of stand out even more. I think that's really cool. I just kind of like minifigures that have eye patches. I think the printing of the eye patch looks pretty cool. And he has short legs, which I also like. Now, there's no printing on these, which is a little bit disappointing. We have seen LEGO put printing on them before. I would have wished that we would have gotten some printing, but then again, look at all these new molds that we're getting on this minifigure, and a new head print, and a new body print. So overall, I'm very satisfied with this Reeks minifigure. Definitely earns the number 7 spot. I do think he beats Roog at number 10, and that's why he's here at number 7. Number 6. Coming in at number 6, this is Battlesuit Clay. Now, you may not have expected a Battlesuit minifigure to come in on this set, but yes, we do get a full minifigure of each of the knights for each of their battlesuits in those battlesuit sets, and you actually get some really nice printing on these knights. In particular, I like Clay. I like the different shades of blue that's on him, and just mostly that torso print. I don't really know what I really like about it, but something in this design of this minifigure just really appeals to me. I guess it's just that printing, and then the nice color, their color contrast of the eagle emblem up there on his chest. I think that's pretty cool. Now, obviously, he does have the Clay face, as well as the helmet and visor, and then some printing on his legs as well, which is really cool. Really like this Clay minifigure. Number 5. Coming in at number 5, this is the 2017 Macy minifigure from the Knights. And I think this minifigure is probably one of the best Knight minifigures from Nexo Knights we have gotten. And I really like how Macy turned out here. I love the red with the transparent like orange color. I think that really goes well with each other. And then obviously the silver and then the accents of like orange and like a tan or light yellow there on her torso and body. I really like how that turned out. She obviously has the Macy face that we've gotten before. She has her helmet and her visor and that awesome new shoulder pad piece, as well as some more detail you can see on her legs, which I really like. You've seen a lot of printing in this Nexo Knight line on the actual feet, not just on the legs but also on the feet of these legs of these minifigures, which I really like. Add some more detail to these minifigures. Overall, Macy here, definitely one of the best Knights for 2017. Number 4. Coming in at number 4 is probably one of the coolest looking monsters that we've ever gotten. This is Roggle. Now, Roggle has a brand new molded piece there, you can see at the very bottom. He's sort of like a ghost or some sort of flying object, kind of like a genie in my opinion. I'm not really sure exactly what you'd call that piece on the very bottom there, but I think it's really cool. You can just look at the picture for yourself. That is a amazingly designed piece. Definitely more of the more expensive molds that LEGO has to produce for this line, but I'm really happy that LEGO did end up creating this Roggle minifigure. He has the deep purple cloak over a all black head with 2 glowing menacing eyes just staring at you, which I think is pretty creepy but also really cool. Now his torso also has some amazing printing on that. I love all the little cracks of lightning coming out, as well as his different colored hands and arms. They really pop out and look really awesome on this Roggle minifigure, definitely earning the number 4 spot on this list. Number 3. Coming in at number 3, this is Axel, and I think Axel looks absolutely amazing. With obviously his larger arms and larger shoulders, LEGO has to make some new pieces for him, and that's definitely what we got here. I do like the different colors that are going on with Axel, and I also love his helmet piece. I love those little horns sticking out of the side, and then of course his face print, which I think is pretty cool with that one little tooth sticking out. He looks very tough, very menacing, definitely going to go out and slay some monsters. I really like the transparent or translucent arm cap pieces that go over his shoulder. I think those look really cool. And then obviously his arms in general, much larger than the other Knights. And overall some really awesome printing on this Axel minifigure. I'm always curious to see what LEGO's gonna do to this Axel minifigure whenever we get him in a set, because obviously of his larger build, we get some new features. Number 2. Coming in at number 2 is Jestro. I mean, how could I have not have put him on this list? He didn't get number 1 though, so who did? Now Jestro coming in at number 2, he is obviously the main villain, I guess you could say, for this Nexo Knights line of 2017 sets. Now he's completely changed colors, which I actually really like. I like this purple and orange color combination. I think it looks pretty cool. He's got a super awesome printed face. I mean, that's like a see-through head, right? So it's like a translucent, and so that's pretty cool. We get that on a minifigure. Now, he also has a torn-up cape, kind of like Kragger's from the Legends of Chima, but of course this is in a black color. Really like getting capes on minifigures. LEGO doesn't do it quite a lot anymore, but I really do like it whenever they do. Now, of course, he has some awesome printing, and as you can see, his little Jestro's, I guess you could say, uniform or Jestro suit to be a jester, it's actually torn up. Not only has it changed colors, but it's also gotten torn up. And in those spots that it's been torn off, you can see that Jestro is now electricity. So that's pretty interesting that there's basically electricity just running through him. You can also see that one of his arms is not purple, it's all of that light bluish color, which is supposed to resemble the lightning or the electricity, as you can see down on one of his legs as well. So overall, this minifigure is definitely well thought out. I love how LEGO created this minifigure, and definitely going to be one of the coolest minifigures to get in this 2017 line of sets. And number 1. Coming in at number 1, this is Gargoyle. Now, maybe you might have guessed that this was on my top 10, because I did express that I did really like this minifigure in one of my other Nexo Knight videos, so if you guessed that, great job for you. Now, Gargoyle takes the number 1 spot. I just love the details on this guy. Obviously, you have the Gargoyle wings, which are brand new molded pieces just for this one minifigure, which I thought was really awesome. He's got a new molded headpiece as well, new printed face with those glowing eyes, and super almost creepy looking mouth there with the rock teeth. And then of course he's got the awesome shoulder pads, which have connectors on the back to connect on those gargoyle wings. And then all that printing on his torso and legs, including his feet. I think this guy is absolutely amazing. Definitely the best minifigure in this line of LEGO Nexo Knight sets. Awesome minifigure, all the electricity running around him, obviously all those details, and of course the gargoyle wings definitely helps him take the number 1 spot on this list. And that wraps up my top 10 LEGO Nexo Knights 2017 minifigures list. Now, these were all my opinions. Your guys' may be completely different. Maybe you guys don't like Gargoyle. You guys can let me know down in the comment section below your guys' top 10 LEGO Nexo Knights 2017 minifigures. I'm very curious to see what your guys' opinions are. And until the next video, I'm SpitBrix. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys are new, do not forget to subscribe so you guys never miss any LEGO Nexo Knight action. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video coming very soon. I'm SpitBrix, and I'll see you guys later.